Let's see. Wonder if YouTube Studio will recognize it. Okay, looks like it recognizes it. Now my question is, will it lag? Let's see, I just need to adjust a couple things. Where is the thing? I also don't have chat up right now. I'll need to check my phone in case someone says something. Okay. This should be up now. Maybe. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think. Wait. I'm just doing a test stream because I know the past few weeks there were some pretty bad issues going on with the stream where, like, on my end it'd be fine. I wasn't experiencing any frame drops or anything like that, but when the streaming app gets what I'm looking at and tries to show it to you guys, something fudges up along the way. So not everything gets transmitted to you guys, so you get like the lag or the buffering, however you want to call it. It was really annoying because I didn't know, because I'm not I'm not proficient on trying to figure this stuff out. So I was trying to figure out for a while, and I'm hoping that after, I think I spent a while trying to figure this out, how to look around online. I think I was able to pinpoint what was causing it. So I'm hoping that with this test stream, I'm not gonna be able to keep an eye if it lags or not. I do have the phone on the side over here, so like if anything starts to mess up, I'll be able to kind of see it with the phone on the corner of my eye, because I'll see it starting to stutter around. If it starts to stutter around on your guys' end, do let me know. I also noticed that OBS has like a thing where I was able to toggle it on. So when I go look at OBS later on, when I'm about to end the stream, I'll be able to see if there was any frame skipping or anything like that. Luckily, I've already done like 3 or 4 test streams, and I think on one of them, like, there was like very few frame skippings, and then like the last 2 had 0 frame skippings at all, and I think one of them was like an hour long test stream just like by myself. So I'm hoping that with this one, it's ironed out and I can start streaming again. Getting some water. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just gonna hope that the stream goes well. I'm just gonna be testing out the next manufacturer race, which is Nürburgring 24 hour. yeah, this is gonna be my first time doing this run, so I do expect errors. Hopefully, I don't bid it too many times because I want to try to do this run like maybe like 2 or 3 times, maybe 2 times. If it becomes very clear that the softs only last, like, let's say 3 laps, then I'll just do a 3 and 2 strategy, or 2 3, however long the soft tires last. So I'm gonna find that out. I'm probably not going to talk that much, but I'll be here. I'm mainly just interested in seeing how. I'm mainly just interested in hoping that the stream is able to hold up for once and not want to shatter or like fall, explode. I don't know. I'm just hoping it can stay up without having too much frame skipping. I did see a bit of lag, but that was on my end. I was hearing that fuel can be an issue for this race. But if you do like just a little bit of fuel saving, then you should be fine for most cars. So for the Porsche, that was such a weak turn. I'm just gonna restart this run. This happens a lot where I restart my runs, especially if I mess up early on. So I'm gonna try not to rev it out too much, unless if I'm getting ready to go into 6th gear. Going to 6th gear, I'm gonna have to rev it out a bit. At least to me, it feels like it bogs down if I shift too early, going from 5th to 6th gears. It's like a little bit of lag right there, like a frame drop right there. That's on my end. Turn keeps tricking me. Just trying not to rub it out too much. Fuel is an issue. Do a little courtesy lift right there. I want to make sure I can actually make it through the fruit plots. I should have revved it out just a little bit. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Be careful with that curve. doing a bit of time trial earlier today. Not long after the race switched, like after slot 3 started. I didn't put that many laps into it because I want to mainly focus on the strategies. Probably not going to do a strategy, or not strategy, not going to do a lap guide for hopefully obvious reasons. Overshot that turn. Nice little breather right here. How good will Porsche be? Good question. Let me try to survive this turn. I feel like it's gonna be okay. It won't be the best, but definitely not the worst. Like it'll just, it'll be okay. Because I feel like Nürburgring, especially with soft tires available, soft and medium tires available, I feel like that's M6 and BRZ territory. Go ahead and completely missed that apex. Yeah, because you got like all these sweeping corners, and the BRZ and the M6 love these kind of corners. So I feel like for those kind of cars, they're gonna have a field day here. Porsche, it'll just be okay. There's this turn that's coming up that does have me a bit nervous in the Porsche. Like the braking zone up ahead. This one right here has me a bit nervous. I actually want to brake early because when I was doing time trial, like I would brake late and the car would want to massively step out on me. So I actually want to be careful right there. That's already a bit of tire wear. Jesus Christ. Yeah, quality is going to be huge here because overtaking, especially once you get onto the north side of it, overtaking, what's that? Porsche was good at gardens, especially when it was raining. What was the? I forget what the first one was. Porsche was also not too bad at Road Atlanta. Here it should be fine. Like it's not going to be the top car, but it'll still have a fighting chance. what I'm curious about is Spa, because if it rains at Spa, Porsche should be good. I'm trying to remember what round 6 is. What is round 6? I should remember this, but I don't. That was an okay turn. It's like one of those turns I always need to work on. Well, I just don't because I'm lazy. Watkins Glen. I actually don't know about Watkins Glen. Yeah, I actually don't know. I just heard Sophie being sad. Oh, careful. Because I think for courtesy lift. Because I think for Spa, it's only racing medium tires available for the dry tires. It's only racing medium tires available, and there's also a mandatory pit stop. So, because there's only one dry tire compound available, it has me thinking that it might be a wet race, or it might be like dynamic weather, where the weather's just random for each and every single race. I'm going way too slow into that turn. Mistakes all over the place. I'm just trying to survive so I can actually have something to report. Try not to hit that curve. I'll just delay the time you can get back on the throttle. Like what I'm thinking about doing. This one I want to try 3-2, but like I'm also curious about trying a 4-1, which means I'll have to do another 2 runs. So it's like, do I want to do 2 runs, or do I want to try 4 runs? And each run is probably gonna be like 40 minutes long, and I have to hope that I don't bin it, because that's gonna mean time wasted. I don't know if I'll be able to do 4 runs tonight. know for sure once I'm getting closer to the end of my soft stint in this run. I feel like I'll probably have an idea if 4 laps is going to be even worth it. Comment in a bit. Let me just get out of all these twisty sections. Trying to survive right here. It's already quite a bit of tire wear. I'm just worried I'm going to be understeering all over the place. Like right now. Oh god. This is definitely going to be the run of all time. Porsche. I mean, I've been so used to how the Porsche drives that I just picked it again. I mean, it's still a good, at least a Group 3 Porsche. It's still a good car. Still a good car to drive. I mean, it was either going to be that or the Ferrari 296, but I haven't had that much time driving the 296, so I just went with the Porsche again. I'm trying to remember how long I've been driving the Porsche for, but I know it's been a long time. Oh yeah, I love tire wear. Lap 3 is where the struggle starts. I am not gonna do a lap 4. You gotta be a maniac to do 4 laps. Surprise me if the play is to start in the mediums. That way, when you switch to the soft tires, your car is lighter. Trying not to rev it out too much. No, at least when I was looking at GT Engine, they had, I think they concluded that the weather is S04, so it's just a couple clouds, but at least to them it looks like it's going to be a dry race. So then I also have, because I'm doing this custom race, I have it on equal conditions mode, so it's going to be at S04 the entire time. Oh, that tire wear. Yeah, if GT Engine is correct, then yeah, rain should not be an issue here. But because this is PD we're talking about, always make sure that your car has intermediate and wet tires, because it is better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. I think it's going to be three laps on the soft tires. I don't know how you can make four laps on the soft tires. You gotta be a maniac if you want to try to go for that. I'm already having moments where I'm struggling with the soft tires with this kind of tire wear. That was a little slow. Oh my god. We've already had a bit of mayhem with Gardens, but again, this is PD. Wouldn't surprise me if they do it. They're like, hey, surprise! Sure. I'm even thinking that Spa could possibly be a rain race, because I know for Spa, there's only one dry tire compound that's available. And the only thing, like the only requirement there is a mandatory pit stop. So I'm suspicious about Spa. It'd be even crazier if it's a dynamic weather race. So it's like the weather's completely random. Are not feeling that great. I am not gonna do 4 laps. I do not have that confidence right now. Oh, yep, tire wear. Caught myself on the string a bit. I feel like trying to do 4 laps on the soft tire is just gonna be pure misery. Yeah, there you do have to use both the racing soft and medium tires. I mean, this is my very first run. Well, this is currently my very first run. So I'm just trying to get an idea of how long these soft tires will last. Yeah, I'm not confident about 4 laps. You'd have to do some crazy tire saving to make them last that long. I know fuel's an issue. Like right now, I have just enough fuel. I think I have like 2% extra fuel. So there is like minor fuel saving that you might have to do. Depends on your car. And now I have to deal with the AI. Because now he's going to be in the way. I hope it's not like what happened in Deep Forest, because I was doing a test run. The AI got in the way and pushed me off the track. So it ended my run. Luckily, he wasn't in the way that much. And luckily, he didn't try to push me off the track. So it's all good. What this reminds me of? Oh my god, this reminds me of the Toyota Cup and some of the Super Cup races where the strategy for those races was to do ultra tire saving, and even if your tires were completely worn out, it was still faster than to do that instead of doing a one stop. That was before PD did the tire update where if you completely wore your tires, your car became undrivable. That was before that time. Hovering on the brake. Next run, I'm gonna do just 2 soft and 2 medium and 3 soft. run number 3. If I can do it tonight, then I'll go for it. I'm gonna do 1 lap on the medium tires, and then try to attempt 4 laps on the soft tires, and see how that goes. I don't think it'll be possible, but it's worth finding out for science. What did I say? First, let me try to survive this corner. Hitting that curb is definitely scary. This is gonna be a long race. Bad. So far, so good. I'll look at the messages once I get onto the final back straight. Let's try to be careful here. That was a good idea to do a courtesy lift. Otherwise, I probably would have gone into the wall. Turn 2, are we talking about the really sharp hairpins? Like the double hairpins? At least for me, I feel like I don't need to turn on traction control, especially since we're on the softer tire compounds. I know what was, I think it was like the one time we did the lap time challenge here. We were on the racing hard tires. And I think I remember mentioning something about using traction control over here. Because it made life a little bit easier. At least with, oh, okay, just completely overshot that turn. Yeah, especially with the fuel. It doesn't feel too bad. Oh god, oh god. I'm having a moment here. I almost ruined my run right there. Gotta be careful. feel like you're fine without traction control, but if it helps, then definitely feel free to use it. I mean, if it's available, then yeah, use it if you need to. Why does it feel like I have no grip? It just feels like I'm understeering. Maybe I'm coming into these turns too hot. That was definitely eighth turn of all time right there. There are no hard tires in this race. It's just racing soft and medium tires that you have to use for this manufacturer's cup round that's coming up. I mean, I'm doing custom race, so the game is giving me all the tire options for the ones that I have. So, but in the actual race, you'll only have the soft and medium tires to pick from. And when you do your pit stop, you basically just change into the other tires that you haven't used yet. And then go from there. Oh, coming in hot. Corner I want to be careful of. It's like a little bump that can easily throw you off. It's already happened to me a couple times. Luckily for the fuel situation, you just gotta make sure you're using 20% per lap, and as long as you don't go past the number, you should be okay. fire right there. Gotta be careful. These courtesy lifts. Just trying to make sure I keep it on the track. I think I can just rev it out from here. Should be good. I think I saved up just a little bit too much fuel, but better than running out of fuel beforehand. Yeah, a bit of a long race this one. And that's one run done. 2 more to go. That's the. I mean, at least I'm making some credits, so I'll take that. I could use the credits. Alright. Small break before I start run number 2. I actually want to see what the new lap time challenge is. I'm not going to leave this though. Where is the webpage for Gran Turismo? Where art thee? I have you somewhere. Somewhere in the 1 million tabs. There you are. What's the new lap time challenge? I have a feeling we are cooked. Oh. Yeah, I know I'm going to struggle with this one. Gran Turismo. New lap time challenge. Now, for those who don't know, the new lap time challenge is at Montreal with the Mercedes AMG. It's the C class, the C63S, the road car. That I have a feeling that this car is going to be a handful to drive. Actually, what tires are they using? Sports medium. Okay, could be worse. Could be sports hard. But I have a feeling that I'm going to be bending it so many times at the chicanes. And the car is... I wonder if it's like a 400 horsepower car, 500 horsepower car. It's probably going to be all over the place. That's going to be a fun one to deal with. Alright. So on this next run, I want to do 2 laps on the medium tires and then 3 laps on the soft tires. What was the time to beat? 40. I'm gonna write this down. Where? I need a pen. I can't find a pen. I thought I had a pen around here somewhere. I see one. Wait. There we go. Yep. I have a notebook right here. So, this is going to be... I'm going to put N24, Group 3, Group dot 3. I think it's 5 laps. Racing medium and racing soft tires. Let me back up this. Actually, no, I lied. Times 2 fuel, times 2 tire wear. Yeah, I'll make a note that they're both required. Let's see. So I remember doing 3 laps on the soft tires, 2 laps on the medium tires, and that came out to a 41.38. So on this next run, I'm going to do 2 laps on the medium tires, 3 laps on the soft tires, and then we're going to find out how that run goes. And then I'm going to try the masochist run where I do 1 lap on the medium tires and try to do 4 laps on the soft tires. We're going to see if I can survive that. And I'm going to put the notebook away. I'm just going to put it to the side. Okay. Let me get a quick drink of water and then I'm going to start run number 2. I have my doubts about doing 4 laps in the soft tires first and then 1 lap in the medium tires, because from what I saw during that run, I had my doubts about doing a 4 lap soft stint if you start on the soft tires. And maybe I'm wrong. I'm right, but who knows? But I was definitely not going to attempt it for this run. No siree. Thought about it, but after seeing the soft tires slowly or quickly start to die. Nice. Let's go ahead and get this started. Just make sure the medium tires and yeah, times 2 tire wear, times 2 fuel. I think there should be 7. Not that it matters, because I'm trying to avoid refueling at all, so that's something you want to try to avoid doing. I think everything else is right. Oh yeah, I do have substream disabled because I don't want to take advantage of the AI car. So okay, and now actually I don't even know what car the AI was on, but he's now a Burrs. Let's get this started. I'm also curious about tire wear, so I'm purposely leaving the brake balance at 0. I feel like I could go a little faster, but I don't feel like taking my chances. car felt like it rotated pretty nicely right there. Playing with fire right there. Safe right there. Went way too hot. Guys, this is gonna be a long night. I thought I had it. Break time. Let me just check something real quick. Well, unfortunately, that means I have to start this run all over again. sloppy right there. It's close. That was such a messy sector right there. I'm just gonna keep moving on. Hey, that could potentially happen in your race. Hopefully it doesn't. That was quick. That was a very quick corner. back straight. Luckily, not too far from now. Yeah, that's close. Gosh, I'm feeling sloppy all over this run. I'm just gonna carry on. Just gonna try to keep out of the track. Because fuel can be an issue this race, I'm doing like I'm trying to not short shift that much. I think you will need to do a little bit, just a little bit of short shifting. Like what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to shift just as the bar starts to blink, except for fifth gear into sixth. That one I rev it out a bit. Yeah, because right now I'm right on the dot for fuel, so I don't want to rev it out way too much. Otherwise, I risk having to refuel, and I don't want to do that. Good question. I don't think it's dynamic weather, at least according to GT Engine. It looks like the weather is going to be at S04, so basically what you're seeing right now. Looks of it, it's going to be a dry race, this one. Okay, this is PD we're talking about. They may pull a sneaky on us. So, just in case, make sure you have the racing intermediate and wet tires bought, because it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. Spa is the one that I'm curious about. I feel like Spa is going to be dynamic weather, because that one only has the racing medium tires involved, and there's a mandatory pit stop. So I'm curious if weather's going to be random for that race, or if rain will be involved in any way, shape, or form. I'll read your message in just a moment. Let me just get through this turn, and I'll pause the game in a moment. Let me just pause right here. I want to read your message before I continue on. Johnny, how's it going? And Bruno, how's it going? Greetings from Germany. Just wanted to let you know the past season were nice help for GT7. Those good guys. Now playing on you, but I never forget any. Hell yeah! Thank you so much for watching the guides. Yeah, it's always cool to hear how the guides have helped. Yeah, hopefully you're having fun over in LMU. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't poked into it myself. I haven't poked into LMU. I've kind of been sticking more towards like the arcade racers. I feel like that's more my jam. Hey, maybe I'll give LMU a try one day. Have a great 2026 to you as well. I'm trying to remember some of my braking points because some of them are a lot harder to spot with this time of day. Because I think there's one, at least in the north side, for the first section, there's one that's really hard to spot. Because if it's the right time of day, you'll see the brake marker I use a lot better. But with this time of day, or if it's nighttime, it's nearly impossible to spot. Like at that point, you kind of just have to remember where it's at. Frame drops. Because there's some turns where I use like the dirt, like the start or the end of it as a braking point, but it's like this time of day you can't really see it. So it's like at that point I have to remember where they are and then go from there, which sucks. This one's also a hard one. There's like a Yokohama sign on the right that I try to spot. There's also like a blue dot that, depending on the situation that you're in, when you reach that point, can be incredibly hard to spot. The happy little tree on the left. This one. Yeah, that happy little tree that was on the left. That's my braking point. Brake right after I pass him. Or the tree. It's a tree. I got this turn a lot better compared to the first time. To be a little more aggressive in my fuel saving because I think I'm pushing a bit too much. Driving good-ish. Driving okay. Oh, the understeer. Coming in a bit too hot. Yeah, that's a good thing. Like if it's like the start or the end of the curve, like that's really easy to spot. When I was trying my second gear, but it's like third gear feels a little better. Yeah, right on the dot. Yeah, third gear felt a little better. It might be slower, but it feels a lot more consistent. Alright, here we go. Soft stint, 3 laps. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna have fun trying to pass this guy on the Nordschleife. Never mind, he's very nice and lets me through. Although I do have to look right here. Lost a little bit of time, but no big deal. Could come to good use. I went a bit too slow right there. Like some parts of the track where I'm getting like a small frame drop. It's slightly annoying. getting good rotation already, so that was just push one up right there. But still, second gear can come in handy if needed. At least to me, it feels like I don't really need to do that. Just trying to save a bit of fuel. Have a little bit of extra fuel, so I can afford to rev it out a bit over here. Extra fuel so I can rev it out a little bit. Overshot that turn. Got a brake early for turn 1. kind of sloppy, but could be worse. The front of the car lifted right there. That was a little scary. good idea to do courtesy lift right there with the tower that I have. Frame drops right there, like in game. Of extra fuel right now. should have seen enough field to make it to the end. Alright, that's another run done. Alright. The music's like really loud in my ears. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, that's good. I just need to fast forward this a bit. Fast forward it more. Let's see. So that one's good. Alright. Alright. I'm going to take another small break. Actually, what was the total time? So this is a 41:31. What was the other one? 41:38. Granted, this is my very first run, so this was scuffed. The second round went a lot better, but I did feel that I was going the what do you call it, like having less fuel when switching over to the soft tires. I feel like that helped. Nick, how's it going? I'm doing all right. I'm just here testing. There goes my pen. I'm just here testing for the next manufacturer cup. And mostly testing the stream because I know I was having some issues with the frame rate dropping like crazy. Like it'd be fine over here, like with the computer or the PlayStation, depending on what I'm streaming on. But like there was something going on where like when OBS records what I'm doing and tries to like transmit it to YouTube, like something happens along the way to where it causes like a whole bunch of frame rate droppings. So it's like for you guys, it's like you just see like the frames drop like crazy, or the stream buffers a lot. So I had to take a bit of time to like try to figure out what was causing it. And I'm not that good with OBS or Streamlabs OBS or whatever it's called. I'm not that good with it, so it took a while to like try to see like what could be causing it. But I think I found out what it was. I had to adjust the bit rate for the output and like one certain other thing. So I've been doing like a whole bunch of test streams to see like how it works. It's like I was going in the right direction, so I'd like fine-tune a couple more things, and I think I have it in a good spot. Stream like okay, sweet. 3 on the mediums. I could test it out tomorrow. I feel like 3 laps on the soft tires felt okay to me. So at that point, I was like, I don't know about 3 laps on the medium tires. Like especially if you start on the medium tires, and when you switch over to the soft tires, like you have less fuel, right? So your car's a bit better on the tires, and your car's going a bit faster. Like when I was doing this run, when I was on the soft tires, I felt a lot better. I mean, I was still starting to have some moments because of the tire wear, but it felt better compared to starting with the soft tires and trying to do 3 laps with them. That one it felt more miserable. That is true. Well, let's do this. I'm gonna do... Okay, because I was honestly thinking about doing the 1 lap on the medium tires and 4 laps on the soft tires just to see how bad it gets, but I feel like that's probably not going to be the play unless you're a masochist. So, what I can do... do I start on the medium tires and try to go 3 laps? Or do I start on the soft tires and do 2 laps? Let me get my notebook. Gotta write a couple things down. Felt okay. Okay, lap 5, softs felt okay, but slow. I'm like writing this down because trying to keep notes of it. So, think what I'm gonna do for this one, for this next run. I'm gonna be up until 1 a.m. God damn it. 3 medium, 2 soft. Unless if I want to be honest, I do kind of need to start to sleep earlier because I have been going to sleep later. So trying to think. Because I'm mainly gonna actually what I want to do this run, the 3 medium 2 soft, and then I'll save the one. I mean, I don't think it's gonna work anyways. The 1 lap medium 4 soft. If I have time, I'll leave that one for tomorrow. Because I know I have to edit this video, and I want to try to get it out ASAP. It's definitely not coming out tonight. I can tell you that. Yeah, so yeah, right now in a moment I'm gonna do 3 medium 2 soft. I'm writing stuff down on my notebook because it's basically gonna come down to which one is faster, because as Nick mentioned, the 3rd lap on the soft tires was getting pretty slow. So would the 3rd medium tire stint, the 3rd medium tire lap, would it be worth it? Yeah, actually, let me write that down as well. Four seconds down. I could turn on the webcam to like show you guys what I'm writing, but I don't want to turn on the webcam. That requires me getting up at the computer, but actually what I do need to do is I should probably use the bathroom first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm going to throw up the intermission screen in a moment. So let me just move this aside real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Shouldn't take too long, and then I'll come back and do 3 medium 2 soft. So yeah, testing is a pain, but someone's got to do it. Then it gives me something to do because I would, if I wasn't doing the menu guides, I would have just been doing the lap time challenges and trying to figure out what else I want to do. But this one, the menu guides, like that dude. That, no, not gonna lie, that has been like a huge blessing. Cause like when I made the first guide, I honestly wasn't thinking much. Just like, it's probably gonna get like a few hundred views. But then I just saw it blow up. I'm like, holy, like where'd you all come from? Oh man, so I was just like overwhelmed. But yeah, thank you guys for watching those videos. But yeah, okay, I gotta go use the bathroom, so I'll be back. That's why I have named this scene. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need to adjust the mic arm because I can already feel that it's very loose. Feels like it wants to fall in any second. I'm gonna need to get like a proper mic arm or just adjust where it is, because like when I'm recording the videos, like the mic arm is in a decent place, but it's like when I'm recording a stream with the wheel setup, it's in a bad spot because there's like a couple feet between the mic and I, so I tend to sound quiet. But space is a hell of a premium here, which means that I don't have that much options. I'm picking where I can put it. But oh well. Race girl, how's it going? Good to see you. Lap 5 was about 2 seconds slower than lap 1. Interesting. Well, then again, I don't really count lap 1 though. Just because it's like the rolling start and like we're not going as fast. But we're about to find out how, like, what's the difference between a longer medium stint versus a longer soft stint. So let me just make sure that I'm on this medium tires and yeah, let's go ahead and get this going. Hold on, I gotta check something real quick. Give me a moment. Sorry. Okay. Okay, I'm doing it right. Okay, sorry. I had to check something. I gotta make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Yes, it is the Nürburgring King. It's 12:42 in the morning. Let's go. Oh, fun. Remember, guys, don't get penalties. Because if you do, you have to serve it on the Donninger Hoy, so you'll be cooked. Your message when I get to probably the next, what do you call it, the back straight that's coming up soon. My bulletin reader over there. What is it? That's a good question. I actually don't know, to be honest. had the Logitech G29, and those were even noisier, and like the clicks were even louder. That was not careful at all. That was horrendous. Shifting paddles. Here comes the tricky part. This is such a sloppy turn. Nope. Even Sophie's laughing at me. I'm gonna restart this run. That was. I wasn't liking this run to begin with. It was getting too sloppy. Oh my god! If I was shifting with the mouse, that'd be crazy. I mean, to be fair, I mean. This reminds me of someone, his YouTube name is I Suck at Driving, and he's really good at racing games, and he plays with a mouse and keyboard. I don't know what if he shifts with like buttons or mouse or like the mouse, but if he does it with the mouse, like that'd be crazy. I've raced him a couple times in the Crew Motorfest, and even with the mouse and keyboard, he is really fast. I think he's probably one of the faster players in that game. Oh no, that'd be insane. Series 4 too much. You know, sadly, that's what we're getting for the Manufacturers Cup race. You know, I'm probably not going to do that race. I was watching a bit of the Deep Forest race today, yesterday at this point, and I saw how much of a bomb site that was. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. Sucks because with my driver rating, I'm probably going to be in one of the higher splits, which means I'm going to have to deal with the shenanigans, and I'm racing with people that have a shot of qualifying, like they're actually trying their hardest because they have a real shot of qualifying for the live events. So I don't want to mess with that. And I know, especially for Manufacturer Cup, it gets incredibly cutthroat. So it's like, yeah, I'm kind of not about that life anymore. When I was doing Nations Cup last year, I remember like before some of the races, like I feel like I'm shaking because I'm like getting extremely nervous to the point where it feels like I'm getting anxiety. It's like, oh great, I'm like shaking so much before a race. Great. Exactly what I needed. And it sucks because, like, especially for Nations Cup, I'm pretty much in top split. And it's like, I don't really want to deal with that. Especially when I'm in a room where people are trying to qualify for Jesus Christ. When people are trying to qualify for the World Tour events. I don't want to mess with that. Oh yeah, because that's the thing, is like they have a chance of qualifying, so it's like they're actually trying their hardest, and they're grinding the game out, trying to get better at the combinations to prepare for this. So it's like, with my driver rating, there's a chance that I'll end up with some of these people. So it's like, yeah, I just don't want to deal with that. It just feels like, especially like if something happens, like people end up at each other's throats. And I'm just like, I'm just here like, yeah, I don't want to piss off like the wrong person. Like, I'm just here just trying to have a lovely little drive and have like a good little race going on. Feels like I can't have that. I can, but it feels like I can't. Like the only exception is if there's like a combination that no one wants to do. Or, especially, and this is more of like a Nations Cup thing, or it's slots 2 and 3. Like sport mode racing in general, or just multiplayer racing in Gran Turismo in general. This is not my thing anymore. I don't what the lag. I don't think it was exclusive to like the Americas. I think all regions had some sort of lag going on. Some people already go by that motive, or however you want to put it. It's like you either get out of the way, or like they'll be ultra aggressive with you. That's the thing, right? Because especially for Nations Cup, it's like if I like, let's say there's like a race with pit stop strategies involved, and if by any chance there's like a World Tour driver behind me that they were like first place or whatever earlier in the race, so it's like they have an actual shot of winning the race and getting the points that they need to qualify, and I'm just here just having a lovely little Sunday drive. I just feel like I get put in like a really awkward situation. It's like, yeah, I would love to race them, but at the same time I'm gonna feel awful for being a moving chicane to them. Because for them, they actually have something at stake. For me, it's just like, it's whatever. So I just let them by. Like I try to. I just try to move myself out the way so they don't lose that much time trying to pass me. It's like they're way faster than me, so it's like I don't want to. I just don't want to deal with them being right on my bumper. Yeah, just pass me. Just pass me and go. See, I'm not that good in those kind of lobbies. The only time where I actually have a shot of beating them is Root X. like the very first time they put Root X as a Nations Cup race. I ended up beating a Doodle, and that's basically the only time I've ever beaten Doodle in a race. But I felt so proud of it. It's like, yeah, I beat Doodle. It's like, I'm gonna put it on my resume. What are your achievements? I beat Doodle in a Gran Turismo race. I'm not gonna specify which track, but he's one of the fastest players, and I beat him once. I will just make sure I don't say that it was Root X. Why is Sophie so slow? I know they're on the hard tires. I think that's probably why. Which is good because I don't want to deal with it that much. The only second part is I will have to deal with them when I do my pit stop. Yep, that's the one. You know, because the funny part was in that race, like the very first time we had Root X as a Nations Cup race. The big one happened where like a whole bunch of cars got wrecked, and I think was that it wasn't even intentional. It was honestly. It was kind of just like, because what happened was that someone was having connection issues, so they ended up lagging into another car, and then that's how the big one happened. Like someone lags into another car, and then they all crash. And this was like in the middle of turn 1. I remember somehow surviving it, which was the craziest thing. Because I should have been taken out, but somehow I was not. Like somehow I managed to lose a tail. So that was like such a fun meme race. Oh yeah. It comes down to it. I think you have to get like so many things right. Like you have to get the conditions right and like other things to get the world record at Root X. Because the conditions are not the same every time. Lester, Mikhails. There's like a couple other people that were trying to get the world record on the Root X combos. That's also pretty funny. Oh yeah, they are definitely terrifying. There was another Root X race for Nations Cup. the Porsche 993 was one of the meta cars. It was really fast, but the biggest problem with that car was that it was incredibly fragile. So it's like if you get in a collision, even like a small one with a Porsche, the car could actually just like start to lose control and good at trying to catch it. But there was the Volkswagen Golf. Like, sure, it's a four-wheel drive, but like, it was pretty fast. Like, not the fastest car, but it was pretty fast to keep up with the Porsches. But the biggest thing about the Volkswagen Golf was that it was a tank. Like, it was able to take, like, it could take a pretty hard hit, and the car would still remain stable. That was a terrible time. Anyways, but yeah, I remember in that race, like the big one happened. Everyone who was in the Porsches got annihilated. And one of the Porsches hit me on the side as they were spinning out, but the freaking Volkswagen was able to hold the line. And I was able to finish the race like pretty high up. Yeah, but if it wasn't for the Volkswagen Golf, I would have been my race would have been destroyed. Citroen, how's it in top speed? I have no idea, to be honest. Part of your message is getting blocked by like this little there's like a little icon that's blocking part of your message, so I can't read all of it. Because I'm reading chat off of the phone. I'll take a look at it later. I'm not too sure about the Citroen. Like, I honestly don't know too much about it. All you know about the Porsche. I mean, the only thing I know about the Citroen is that a lot of people picked it for some reason. I don't know why. You can tell me anything about the Citroen and I'll probably believe you. Except for braking. If you say that it is the best car in braking, I'm probably going to call you on that, because that's probably the Mitsubishi. that has the best braking, but then the Mitsubishi still sucks. Somebody's gonna come back. And they're gonna pass me because I will have to pit after this lap. I am quite curious to see. That was a proper corner. Unlike when I took that corner on lap 1. I'm quite curious to see how the Citroen would do in this race. I've driven that car so few times. I could probably count with both my hands how many times I've driven it between GT Sport and 7. Like, that's how few times I've driven this Citroen. Lift. I think I have extra fuel already. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be switching over to the soft tires for the second stint. Because, I mean, racing soft and medium tires are required for the Manufacturers' Cup race that's coming up. So I'm finishing up my medium stint, so I'll be in the soft stint very soon. I still have extra fuel. I thought I was burning it. I guess not. Careful. Car was starting to step out right there. What would that have been? I think that was going to be like a... Wait, did I pet the right lap? No, I pet the right lap. The only thing is that I think Sophie's gonna start to sandbag. I don't know why I forgot to shift down the second gear. I'm gonna blame it on me getting sleepy. It is 1:50 in the morning. Sophie is sandbagging so hard right now. I don't even have boost on. I have it off. Sophie decided, hey, I'm going to drive slow because why not? Sophie was nice enough to not try to kill me. like to use up a bit more fuel. Careful. Okay. I felt like I was going into that turn way too hot. So if you're gonna try to go Super Saiyan on me. Oh my god, come on. That's such a terrible turn. Turning way too late. I'm surprised I still stayed on the track. Felt like I was from like a spacecraft. I'm trying to aim for Mars, but I ended up in Jupiter instead because I overshot it. Getting sloppy. Come on, get my act together. doorstep. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. I know my time trial time was like an 8:06. I know I can push a little bit more because I'm starting this up with 2% extra fuel. And then the AI is pitting it again like an idiot. It's pitting for whatever reason. I also don't want to push myself because I don't want to bin it. I'm already 33 minutes into this run. Sophie being Sophie. lovely little drive on this Thursday. Is it Thursday? I don't know. I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. Yeah, sloppy butt. Could be worse. Push my luck with the field. It could have been so much worse. I messed up one of the corners. I went in way too hot, thinking I could make it, but I just ended up with me sliding around. I could have ruined it, completely ruined it right there. I still have extra fuel. Damn, so close to 809. If I didn't mess up, you know, like the fast twisty part before the back straight. If I didn't mess up that right-hander, that would have been an 809. $810.3. This was quick. 41.27. Why am I still up? Why am I still up? So, I don't know if it was as a result of me getting good, or if it was a result of the medium tires just holding up better. 41.27. So when I did the previous run, did I say this run? Let me just check real quick. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, Nick. When I did, hold on, just scrolling through. I'm just trying to make sure that the footage saves. But anyways, so I have my notebook right here because I'm writing this down. So when I did the previous run of 2 laps on the medium tire and 3 laps on the soft tire, I got a 41.31. And then with this run, 3 laps on the medium tire and 2 laps on the soft tire, as Nick said, I was 4 seconds faster, getting a 41.27. And the tires didn't die. Like they didn't feel like doo doo. Because when I do the 3rd lap on the soft tires, I can just feel them just like slowly starting to die. It's like its soul is starting to get sucked out. Yeah, I mean, I'm just running it down to like the nearest whole number. Why is it? Hold on. Why is it 41, 31? There we go. Now that's a lot more. Now it's a lot better to read. Yeah, 2:30. Good night, race girl. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it is 1:34 over here, so I'm gonna get ready to go to bed soon because I got work in the morning. I think it goes without saying I am not gonna test 1 medium 4 soft for hopefully very obvious reasons. So that's kind of gonna be out of the table. If I had more time, I would love to test this strategy, but with the soft tires, like starting on the soft tires, but I'm gonna be out of time for that. So yeah, I guess I'll mainly just talk about 2 medium 3 soft and 3 medium 2 soft. I don't think I'm gonna mention much about the very first one, like the 3 soft 2 medium. So that was like the very first run I did, where it was completely scuffed. I think these two, they're gonna be a lot better to talk about. Yeah, I'll still mention it's like, oh yeah, on the 3rd lap on the soft tires, they start to die. Thank you, Nick. I mean, just the little breaks here and there helped. Yeah, just like trying to think this over is like helps me put this all into focus, or like helps me like I don't know, try to like get this all noted down. This reminds me back in the GT Sport days where like I showed on Twitter like I have a notebook where I was writing down like all the strategies, and like when, especially for like the Nations Cup stuff where like there's like multiple cars, I was like writing down like notes about every single car. I'm not gonna be able to do that nowadays because, well, I work. Time is a bit of a what do you call it? Of a premium. But if I can get some notes down and to aid me with the stuff that I'm doing, then that'll be a great help. So I can remember what to talk about. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, this was initially just gonna be like a quick test where I just tested one practice or one simulation run, but it ended up being like 3, 3, and yeah. I know when I went away for like a little bit to go use the bathroom, I did check to see like if there were any skipped frames that OBS detected, and luckily it was at 0.0%. So I think I finally got this whole thing squashed, like the whole issue squashed, which makes me very happy. By the way, if you guys don't know the new laptop challenge, I know it's live, so let me go over there. I know for the time trial. Oh yeah, thank you for the credits. Yeah, it's gonna be this guy right here. So that's gonna be a fun one. I'm probably gonna hate it because why not? It's easy to hate on things, I guess. I'm not gonna do the lap guide for hopefully very obvious reasons. That, and I forgot to save the replay. But I only did like 2 or 3 laps, and I got an 806. I could probably go a lot faster, but I honestly, for such a big track, I want to focus more on the strategies. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do the strategies. No lap guide, because if I were to do lap guide, it'd probably take, like, by the time I finish it, it'd probably be round 6 of the Manufacturers Cup. Alright. I shall put you aside. Actually, let me put this away real quick. Okay. I shall go to bed. Some of you guys are probably up late as well. Go to bed. I also gotta fix the mic arm because it's literally about to fall. Alright, so thanks for stopping by, everyone. I don't have much else to say, but thank you guys for the amazing support lately. Yeah, I gotta go to bed. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Just imagine me waving at the camera. Bye-bye.